Hey, what's good? Welcome to my channel. I am YRB, and this is literally the first video I have uploaded here. And as you see from the title, the topic of this video is me attempting a hardcore randomizing Nuzlocke in Pokemon Firered. For the people who don't know what any of those words mean, allow me to explain real quick. Basically, a Nuzlocke is a self-imposed challenge I put on myself to make the game a little bit harder. I have to catch the first wild Pokemon I see on each route, but I cannot use another Pokemon on that route except the first one I saw. Now, if one of the Pokemon so happens to faint, I can never use it again. I have to box it or release it. Now, that's the regular rules. The version I'm playing is a hardcore Nuzlocke, and basically what that is, I can't use items in battles such as potions, X items, antidotes, like paralysis heal, all that. I cannot use it. But when the battle is over, it's fine to use them. But in the middle of that battle, I'm unable to do so. But what I can do, I can use hell items such as berries, stat boosting items like the magnet, the charcoal, all stuff of that category I can use. As long as my Pokemon holds it, I'll be able to do it. Now the next rule is I can't overlevel past the next gym leader's ace. So say for example, Brock's Onyx is level 14. If one of my Pokemon goes past level 14, I cannot use that until the battle is over with Brock. Another rule is I have to always play in set mode. Basically what that is, usually Pokemon tells you, do you want to switch out and what Pokemon you want to put in before this one comes in. In this mode, I can't do that. It just throws it in without warning, and I just have to deal with it. Only way my Pokemon get out is I switch out, or if there's a move that helps me get out. I don't think there's a move in this gen like that. But wait, there's more. On top of all of that I just told you, this run is randomized. What that means, all the Pokemon I encounter are randomized. All the items I get are randomized. So your boy could walk into Viridian Forest and see a Solomons in the grass where Weedle usually is, or it could be a Magikarp. Ain't no telling. And on top of that, the trainers' Pokemon are also randomized. So I don't know what any of these trainers are using. And the last few set of rules I have to tell you is basically I'm not using stat boosting moves such as Defense Curl, Growth, any move that boosts my stats I can't use. And I'm giving myself rare candies. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to grind up these Pokemon one by one. So I'm gonna use rare candies to get my level up. In turn, I am giving up EV training. Basically, EVs are given by Pokemon you knock out, and they give you +1 EV. So I'm getting up actually EV training. The only EVs I get are like from the Pokemon battle with trainers. But that's enough of me talking about the rules, man. I know y'all ready for this gameplay. Let's get right into this run. So I start this journey off by naming myself YRB. Obviously, that's the name of my channel, so I gotta name myself that. And for my rival, I name him BRY, which is literally the reverse of my name. Not the most creative, but hey, it gets the job done. The first thing I always do when I start these runs, take the potion out the PC, man. Might as well, it's a free potion. Why wouldn't I take it? And then I gotta check if I put the battle style in set, which it is, so we ready to go. And then I gotta say my final goodbye to my mom, because we all know I am never returning here again. So I try to walk out of town, but my boy Oak ain't having it. He said he got a starter for me so we can start off this run. So we about to see what he got. As you all know, this is a randomized Nuzlocke. So I have no idea what these 3 starters could possibly be, but we about to see right now. The first starter is a Bellsprout. The second one is a Sphere, and the last one is a Geodude. So in this one, Geodude is Charmander and Bulbasaur is Bellsprout. So if I choose Bellsprout, my opponent is gonna choose a Geodude. So why not make the battle easier for myself and go ahead and choose Bellsprout? I nicknamed Bellsprout Kim, and I'm on my way. BRY chooses Geodude like I thought, and you know exactly what he gonna want to do next. He gonna want to fight, and you know exactly how this battle finna go. He stands no chance, 1-hit KO.
I'm ready when you are.
After dropping off his grandson, I go and pick up a parcel for Professor Oak and take it right back to him. He goes ahead and hooks up me and BRY with some Pokédex and a few Pokeballs, and now the run has officially started. Now what that means, I can now get my first encounter. Let's see what it's gonna be. I get a Charizard as my first encounter? I mean, this kind of good and this kind of bad at the same time. 1 Ember from this and I am cooked, literally. So I gotta throw a Pokeball at this like immediately and hope for the best. And that's exactly what happens, and I catch the Charizard. I nickname it Yasmin, and we can get right back into our journey. Also, Kim is a quirky nature, which is neutral, and Yasmin is a Raz nature, which is plus special attack and minus special defense. Pretty good nature to start off with. I go ahead and level up Yasmin to the same level as Kim so they can be even up before I go and catch my next encounter. Along with the Pokemon, the items are also randomized. So usually this is a potion, but in this run, it's a max repel. So I need y'all to remember that. So I'll move on to Route 22 to get my next encounter, and it ends up being a level 2 Aggron. I fight it to try to get it low because this is a really good Pokemon to have off the rip like this. So I go ahead, throw a Pokeball at it, shakes one time, shakes two times, and it pops out. I throw a second one at it, it shakes one time, shakes two times, and it actually stays inside the Pokeball now. I nicknamed this beast Hard Body, and it ends up being a sassy nature, which is plus special attack minus speed. If I could have got it relaxed, it would have been nice. Before I leave Viridian City, I want to drop off that fraud BRY one more time, so I level up all my Pokemon to level 9 and I head straight forward. With my team looking beefed up, let's see how we do against BRY's randomized team. He brings in Lotad for his first Pokemon. I'm not really worried about it since it's early game. He can't possibly have any good moves on it like that. And then he brings in Geodude once I drop the Lotad, and then after that, I can just mud slap him to death and there's nothing he can do about it.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt!
Then I move to Route 2 so I can get another encounter before I go into Viridian Forest, and it's a Pikachu. This man could go anywhere on this map, and he decided to go one route over for where he originally is. After damaging a little bit, I finally catch it in the ball, and then I nickname it Biff. Don't ask me why, I got no idea why I did it, it just feels right. And then it ends up being a calm nature, which is plus special events and minus attack. And then I make my way into Viridian Forest, and I pick up an item, as it ends up being a citrus berry. And right after picking that item up, I walk over it, and I encounter a Gloom. This is my Viridian encounter. Only thing I gotta do is damage it a little bit, and the second ball I throw at it ends up catching it. I nicknamed this thing V-Dog. I don't know what these nicknames are so far, man. I'm just going off whatever I think in my head. V-Dog ends up being a docile nature, which is neutral, so I'll take it. Now it's time to do my first non-BRY randomized battle. Let's see what he brings out. This man brings a Paris out to fight an Aggron, so now I got a headbutt into death, and then I level up on him, level 10, and then he brings a Jumpluff, and it gets the same treatment. So I'm feeling good at this point, man. So I said, let me get Yasmin some playing time. I go battle this next dude, and he brings out a Tyranitar. Out of all the things he could have got, he got a Tyranitar. As soon as I put Yasmin in, he sets up sand streams, and you crazy than you look if you think I'm staying in. I bring in Hard Body to take some bites from this Tyranitar, and pretty much from here he can just mud slap it. As long as he don't have any crazy moves, I think Hard Body can handle it. And plus he can't get hurt by the sand streams that's out, so that's another plus that Hard Body brings to the battle. But from here I can just keep mud slapping him. He flinched me a few times, but it's alright. Hard Body can pretty much knock this thing out with no problems. Once Hard Body drops a Tyranitar, Yasmin gets a level up 163 HP, gets to level 10, and Hard Body gets a level up going to level 11. I really do gotta watch my levels though, but we got 2 Pokemon left. He brings out a Pidgeot, but it really can't do nothing with me since I'm half steel type, and I dropped that too. And the last Pokemon on his team is a Raichu. The first move he uses on me is a quick attack, and right after that I slap it with some mud, does a good chunk of damage, and plus it takes some damage from its own sandstorm, and then it hits me with a Thunderbolt. I did not know this thing had it, but luckily Aggron drops it with a mud slap. I'm glad it wasn't using Thunderbolt off the rip, that could have got awkward. I pretty much handled the next few trainers with ease. Only problem that really causing me is that they getting a Yasmin too close to the level cap, and near the exit I also pick up the Mystic Water. Then I drop off the last bug trainer, and then I'm out of here and heading to Pewter City. Once I'm here, I heal up my Pokemon in the Poke Center, and I already know what I want to do. I want to take down Brock immediately. So I run up in the gym and I make sure to give my Pokemon a good amount of levels. Not enough so they can over level past 14, but enough so they can handle this trainer in front of Brock. And this little dude was no match for me. He really didn't have any threats on his team. I just want the leader. So before I run Brock's pockets for his badge, I make sure to get everybody to the level cap of 14. If somebody goes to level 15 past the level cap during the battle, that is fine, as long as they don't pass the level cap before the battle. Now, hard body wants to learn Metal Claw, and that is fine with me. I get rid of tackle because I have headbutt, and we now ready for this battle. So we pull up on Brock for our first gym battle of this run, and he pulls out a Crasola, which is kind of on brand since it's half rock type, so he does have one rock type on the team. But I can't stay in with hard body. I bring in V-Dog to take it, and he uses a water move like I thought, and V-Dog eats that. And then V-Dog takes 1 damage from that, but he gets it right back by using Absorb and does a good chunk of damage. He only uses Harden, and right after that, V-Dog is taking that Crasola down by sucking it up. Pause. Now he only has 1 Pokemon left, and then we can get our badge, so let's run his pockets real quick. Oh my god! This man Ace is a Rayquaza? What do I even do with this? It's too early in the game to be dealing with these kind of piranhas, man. I didn't know Brock was built like that, man. He had the thing on him this whole time. But I gotta do something, so I think about this. I do a poison powder real quick so I can at least get some chip damage on it from time to time, even if I don't hit it. He hits me with a twister, and that hurt, and this man misses the poison powder. This man V-Dog is folding under pressure. I go for it again. He hits a twister. I hope he don't crit. I'm in the range. He doesn't crit, and he goes for a poison powder, and he actually hits this time. In time to move into phase 2 of the plan, I bring in Agron. His special defense isn't really that well because all dragon moves are special in this gen, and he gets hit with it, and it does pretty alright. I can deal with it. I do the chip damage for the poison, and now it's time to keep putting them down. I use Metal Claw hoping that I can get the attack boost from it at least using the twister. Now I'm at 29 health, and I flinch. I don't want to see that right now, man, so I still gotta go for it. I got no choice. He goes for another twister. I hope I don't flinch. He hits me down to 22, and then he doesn't flinch. I can actually get a move off Metal Claw. I don't get the boost, but I do get some damage, and I get some more damage from poison. Now I need hard body not to flinch right here, because if he flinches, the poison's gonna take it down to potion range. I don't want that, but it doesn't happen. He uses Metal Claw. It doesn't take him out, but the poison does. I ain't gonna cap. I was not expecting that from Brock at all, but in the end, we end up getting the victory, and we now have the Boulder badge. Right after that, he gives me a TM, which is TM39. I have no idea which one that is. It's Smoke Screen. Brock, I thought you had it like that, bro.
I thought you were bad. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing.
Before I leave town, I get stopped by one of Professor Oak's goons, and he gives me the running shoes, and you know what that means. There's a whole lot of training between here and Cerulean City. I'm not going to avoid all of them, but I got to avoid some of them to keep my level in check. But at the same time, I need the money. I'm pretty much handling these trainers with ease, and I'm avoiding some of them. And I see a hidden item right here, so I go ahead and get it. And it's the Macho Brace. Usually this is an orange berry. Alright, this girl, he'll be tweaking. I can't let her see me, man. Hold on, go. Now I'm right outside of Mount Mood, but before I do that, I want to pick up this hidden item. It's actually an X speed that is so useless to me. And I head into the Poké Center to talk to this dude because it's usually a magic card, but since it's randomized, I don't know what it is. I take it from it. It's actually a Yama. I nicknamed this Yama Jessica, and I go to check its nature, and it's actually a last nature with a good ability and speed boost. Now I head back down to Route 3 to get that encounter because I skipped it real quick. I run around in the grass and I encounter a Murkrow, a dark flying type. I like to type it. It caused me a little bit of trouble to catch, but not too much. I end up getting the ball anyway, and there we go. I nicknamed this brother Huncho, and I sent him to the box. I gotta go check him out. I'm taking him out the box, and he's actually holding the Moo Moo Milk. If y'all didn't know, the items the Pokemon hold are also randomized. It ends up being a mild nature, which is plus special attack and minus defense, and it's pretty alright since all dark moves are special in Gen 3. And for my Mount Moon encounter, I get a Kecleon. I have no problems catching it. I nickname it Camo, send it to the box, and right after that, I pick up the TM Iron Tail. It's usually Bullet Seed. And right by the bug catcher, I pick up the Heartstone. Then I beat a Rocket Grunt by the ladder and get a magnet as one of the items. That's really good for Pikachu. I hand it off to Beth, like I said, and we on our way. I accidentally run into one of these trainers I wasn't trying to, and this man has a Moltres on him. It's not really much of a threat because Charizard handles it and knocks it out, and then lowers to level 16. He brings the Tauros in, has a Intimidate, but Hard Body can handle this Tauros with no problem and knocks it out. I pick up the Nest Ball, a full heal, and a Max Ether. I also find the TM Sweet Scent, which is horrible. Advancing through this cave, I drop off some rocket grunts that have no chance. Before I battle that super nerd, I make sure to pick up the hidden item that's usually a moonstone. It was a silver powder. This guy has 3 Pokemon and none of them gave me any problems. My cargo kept putting me to sleep. That's the only thing that was annoying. And then his last Pokemon was a Lapras. I thought it was pretty cool, but V-Dog handles that with some ease. It really don't matter what fossil I pick. Both of them gonna be randomized anyway, so I go with the Helix Fossil and I'm out. On the other side of Route 4, I pick up a hidden item, which is the King's Rock, and I also pick up Fury Swipes. These TMs are not hidden. Now I catch a Rhydon on the outside of Celadon City, but I keep forgetting that this is just a continuation of the route outside of Mount Moon, but I still release it. While leveling everybody up to level 18 to fight that fraud BRY, Kim wants to learn Poison Powder, so I let him forget Growth because I can't use it anyway. This man BRY leads with a Corsola, but I'm leading with Biff, and that's an easy pickings for this Pokemon. It uses Thunder Shot, takes a good chunk of damage, uses Bubble on me, Biff eats that, uses another Thunder Shot, paralyzes it, it can't move, and Biff uses one more Thunder Shot to take it out. And then the next Pokemon he brings in is a Golem. I know Biff is not handling this thing, so I switch it out. I go into V-Dog. The only thing it was gonna do was use a Mud Sport, which is good. I didn't use a 4 times weak Absorb on it. It does over half. He uses Defense Curl, and right after that it's over and I take it out. He then brings in a Graveler, and this is his starter Geodude, so it's just coincidence that he got a Golem and a Graveler on the same team. He uses Match 2-6. I take it out with ease. Back-to-back drops from V-Dog. His last Pokemon is a Pichu, and I ain't really worried about that. What I am worried about is that V-Dog is level 19, the level cap is 21, and I gotta go through the Nugget Bridge and that route by Bill just to get to him. I'm not even worried what these dudes could possibly have. I'm more worried about the levels they are giving me. Like, look at Huncho take out this whole team. I go get Camo out the box so I can replace Kim for a little bit to take on these levels. I won't miss Kim too much because her and V-Dog are basically the same thing. Hopefully nothing too crazy to come out so I won't have to use my man motherfucker. Go Huncho. Oh my god, he's taking it out. Oh, he did it. Oh my god. Oh, he's gaining levels. Cool. Pretty much handled that whole bridge with no problem. I get a prize, which is the Nugget from this dude who's actually a Team Rocket recruiter. His team had no threats at all, so he was pretty easy to handle, but unfortunately Huncho levels up. I don't like that. I'm gonna try to not use him for the rest of this route if I don't have to. I got one more encounter before I see Bill, and what comes popping out the grass is a Clam Pearl. I'm happy to see this thing because my team gets kind of awkward when fire types come around, so now I have something that can actually handle it. I nicknamed this man Harold. My bad, bro. I forgot I nicknamed this man Harold. I go to the boss to check on him. He's an Ambitious Nature, which is plus defense and minus special attack. It ain't good because all water moves are special in this gen. I swap out Hero and Camo, and now we can go to Bill's route. At the top of the route, I find a TM self-destruct. Yup. What a useful TM for a Nuzlocke. And since this is a new route, I can get a new encounter, and this encounter is Gligar. I catch it, and then I nickname this boy Drac. At the start of the route, you basically gotta choose which hiker you wanna fight. I choose one, and he really didn't give me no problems. After choosing which one you wanna fight, you can pretty much avoid a few of them until you get to the camper girl. She was pretty easy to take care of though. Now right here, I decided if I wanna get this item behind these bushes, I had to draw that camper boy out, but I also had to fight the hiker just to draw him out far enough to get the item. So I decided, hey man, the item's randomized. I don't have no idea what it could be, so I'm about this guy. His Porygon is pretty easy to handle, and his point was a scrub. But let me tell you who isn't a scrub. This thing! Bro has a Regirock, and I'm not staying in. I'm not keeping Huncho in on a rock type, so I'm switching in for somebody who can handle it like V-Dog. V-Dog. Look how he's looking. He knows exactly what he just did. Like, why would you even do that? I can't let V-Dog's death be in vain, so I just keep going with the plan that I was about to do. Beth takes out the Kabutops and Hard Body takes out the X-Ploud. My boy V-Dog died for this, bro. I gotta see what it is. Like, listen to the recording of me when this happened. I did all that for a sketch. Oh, man. After that, I end up finding Bill, and this man has turned himself into a Clefairy, so I help him out a little bit, turn him back into a human, and he gives me a SSN ticket so I can get on the boat. Now I gotta put V-Dog to rest. My bad, man. You died over a sketch. That's my fault, dog. That's my fault.
Man, YRB, you a
I put Kim back on the team, and now we can get into the main event, Battling Misty. Now I avoid all her trainers, I go all the way around because they give me the option to, and I go straight to her. Now before I fight Misty, I make sure everybody is at a certain level. I don't go to 21, I go to 20 instead because I gotta go to the next route and then go through the SSN but before I fight LT Surge, just giving myself a little bit more room so I don't over level. Alright, we finally in Misty. Let's see what she got for us. She brings out a Sableye, our first Pokemon. We bring in Yasmin. Yasmin uses Ember as a 2-hit KO. It can handle this thing pretty easily and it knocks it out. Her very last Pokemon is a Cursola. I mean, it is half water type, but Brock also had one as his first Pokemon. I bring in Kim. It takes the bubble with no problem. I then Vine Whip it. It takes it all the way down. She heals back up. I take it back down and then I knock it out. And now I have the Cascade badge from Misty. After that, she gives me a TM, and this TM is Zach Cannon. My goodness. Me personally, I wouldn't let anybody rob my house like this, but that's just me though. I'll go. I find the man who robbed that house in the backyard and I handle him real quick. He hands over the TM that he took from them people, so now I took the TM that he took. Yeah, that's right. I robbed the robbers. I'm like that. On the route below, I got a new encounter, and this encounter ends up being a Weezing. Now check this out. We all know this thing has self-destruct on it. I know it does. So I'm not about to risk this Weezing self-destructing and killing one of my Pokemon if I don't catch it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run, let it see another day, catch another Pokemon on another route. Immediately after emerging from the underground path, I go check both the hidden items, which is the dire hit and the fresh water. Then I go get my encounter for this route, and the encounter for this route is gonna be a Metapod. Just getting the ball, bro. I fight the only trainer on this route that I can't skip, beat him pretty easily. Then I head into Vermilion City to obtain the Versi Seeker from the Poke Center. Once I leave the Poke Center, I go straight to the fan club where this dude proceeds to yap my head off about a Rapidash. Oh my god, you're finally done. Thank the Lord. Appreciate it, big bro. On a route next to Vermilion, I get the Pokédoll item before I get my next encounter. And my next encounter ends up being an Ampharos, or it's an Ampharos. I don't know. Only thing that matters to me is that I catch it, which I do. I nicknamed this man Cuban Link because he's known for shining. Man, why the f did I do that? I take it from the box and put him on a team. We all know he's about to replace Biff. Biff, you put in that work. But Cuban Link, I like him more right now. Cuban Link is a Rash nature, which is plus special attack and minus special defense. That plus special attack is a W. Before I go into the SSN, I make sure to get one more encounter in the Diglett Cave, and that encounter is a Slugma. I catch it, and then I nickname this man Kevin. Kevin is also a timid nature. By using the ticket that Bill gave me, I am able to get on the boat. While on the boat, I found some items here and there, but I do end up accidentally running into some trainers while looking for more items, but I can really handle these dudes easily because there ain't no match for me. Let's be real. I find a TM rain dance in one of these rooms, by the way. I go into the kitchen, I find a mental herb, a fluffy tail, and a max elixir. My girl Hardbite levels up and wants to learn roar. I might as well delete harder for that. I go down the ship a little bit more and I find BRY waiting for me. That really just let anybody on this ship. He throws in a knot too, and I throw in my Cuban Link, and we all know how this about to go. I'm about to fry this bird. He brings in Graveler, and there's nothing Cuban Link can do about this thing, so it's time to switch out. Graveler uses Magnitude 4. Hero absolutely eats that and then drops him. Then here comes a Torchic, and then there goes a Torchic. His last Pokemon he brings in is gonna be a Kecleon. Low key, this thing started working me and I had to switch out. Like, look how much damage it's doing to Hero. I didn't bring in Honcho to handle this Kecleon. Him and Kecleon started going blow for blow. I ain't gonna cap. I thought Kecleon wasn't like that, but he's kind of putting in some work on me. Honcho has him on 1 health and then takes him out with a pick. And I get what I came for, and I attained the cut TM from the captain. Now I don't want to waste a cut TM on any of my Pokemon in case, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take V-Dog from the Death Box. I still can't use him in battle, but I could use him as an HM on. After multiple failed attempts, I finally get the gate open and I can fight Lieutenant Surge. I make sure to get everybody up to level 24 except V-Dog, and now we ready to battle. His first Pokemon he throws in is an Elekid, which is funny. He had Electabuzz in the original. That's really a downgrade. His Elekid uses Thunder Punch on me a couple times, and that does nothing to Cuban Links, but the tackles from Cuban Links is hurting this Elekid bad. Gets him to the red, and right after that, he's gonna heal up. The healing does no good because after a couple of tackles and Thunder Shocks, he's down. For his second Pokemon, he brings in Alakazam. I switch out Cuba Links into Huncho, thinking he's gonna use a psychic move. He doesn't, he's using Disable instead, and that's fine. I tell Huncho to use Pursuit, he outspeeds, and then takes him to the red. He uses Kinesis on me, takes down my accuracy. I'm trying to go for another Pursuit, but actually we were speed tied, so he wins the speed tie this time. I missed my pick on him, and now he's on red. He disables the pick after the Pursuit was also disabled. This man does not want to die. He uses Kinesis on me again, and then I Pursuit. I miss. It's getting annoying. I win the speed tie this time to take out the Alakazam. All that for what? His very last Pokemon is a Love Disc. I'm not really worried about it, but Huncho accuracy is kind of low, so I'm gonna switch out into Cuba Links. Uses Takedown on me, and then ends up paralyzing himself due to static. Uses a full heal to try to get rid of it, but it doesn't matter. I hit it with a crit Thunder Shock. And with that, I defeat Lieutenant Surge to earn my third badge, the Thunder Badge. My reward for defeating Lieutenant Surge is TM34, and that TM is Lovely Kiss. I head to the Dealer Cave so I can get to Route 2 to talk to one of Oak's aides, but turns out I can't get the Flash HM because I haven't seen enough Pokemon. Technically, all the Pokemon I have, well, some of them, are from the National Dex. And I haven't had a National Dex, so it doesn't register as Pokemon, which means I have to go through the cave in the dark. I head back to Vermilion City to do one more thing. I visit the old rod fishing guy so I can obtain the old rod to get one more encounter that is in Vermilion City. Well, I thought it was. Turns out all the old rod encounters are actually Kecleons, which I already have. I can't catch another one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wait till I get a better rod and then come back and get my encounter in Vermilion City. Now that I have the cut HM, I can get to this route where there'll be new encounters and I can get to Celadon City. I fight my way through and I get the very useful TM Bind. Yay. I got a few encounters coming up, so let's get started with them. First encounter on Route 10 is gonna be a Girafarig. I catch him and nickname this man Otis. Back on Route 9, I get another encounter, and this encounter is a Magikarp. I also catch this one, and then I nickname it Sasha. Now that I'm done with V-Dog using the cut team, I put him right back in the death box and then bring Kim back to the team. After leveling up and catching up with the rest of the team, it evolves into a Weeping Bell. I also let it learn to move Acid. Now it's time to go through the rock tunnel, and they really want me to get through this thing while looking through a Pringles can. This is a new area, so you know what that means. It's time to get an encounter, and the encounter is Nuzlocke. I successfully catch this man and then nickname him Real Ninja and send him to the box. Now I'm fighting this camper girl right now because I'm getting through the cave pretty alright, I guess, man. These randomized Pokemon kind of kicking my butt a little bit, but Hardbody's gonna handle this snowball with a few headbutts and then brings in a Dratini and it handles it the same way. Why is there boss music playing? What is that music? What's going This girl ain't playing no games, so I sit up in my chair. It's time to get serious. He uses Barrier, and it's gonna raise his defense up a good amount. That ain't good. Hardbody uses Metal Claw, and that does nothing. Then I bring in Cuba Links to try to slow it down with Thunder Wave, but before that, it's gonna hit you with a Confusion. Cuba Link kind of eats that, which is good, and I get the Thunder Wave off. I bring in Huncho thinking it's gonna use Confusion, but he uses Barrier instead. Luckily, Pursuit is a special move in his gen, does a good amount of damage, then it uses Disable, misses it. I'm glad it did because I need Pursuit, and then I take out the Mewtwo. Hey girl, where you even get that? Now, you know what, Barrier? Where your parents at? I'm about to tell you been playing with artificially made life. Hey bro, you better watch out. That's a little girl up in here with a Mewtwo. Who are you people? Oh my god, it's the exit. I can finally escape this hellhole. Now that I'm at a Poké Center, I can show you these natures. Real Ninja is a jolly nature, while Otis is a sassy nature, and Sasha is a mild nature. Now I have to battle one of these trainers, so I choose the old man. I put Huncho in first, and we about to get right into it. First Pokemon it throws out is Octillery. I use Pursuit on it, does a good amount of damage. He uses Constrict on me. I hit it with a pet. Huncho! That hurts so bad, bro. Huncho has put in so much work for this team. Now I gotta replace him. Kim, we cannot go out like that. You gotta avenge your boy. So I hit it with a Vine Whip. He's with a Roar Beam. He almost drops Kim too. Now I gotta bring in Yasmin to finish off this Delibird with an Ember, and it does. Man, long live Huncho, long live V-Dog, man. To replace Huncho, I pick Sasha, and then I turn into a Gyarados immediately. Alright, let's clear my head, man. Let's get this new encounter, and it's gonna... Weedle. I don't even waste time nicknaming this thing. I nickname it B, and I'm out of here. Now, I got one more encounter before I go to Celadon, and that encounter is a... Oh my god. Y'all, I have Cuban links in first. Leisure type against a Doug drill, a ground type that has a arena trap, which means I can't run and I can't switch out. I'm forced to fight this thing and it's using dig! Now, I can't throw a Pokeball at it right now since it's underground, so I gotta use tackle. I'm forced to attack and use dig on me. If this thing wasn't level 17 and Cuban Link wasn't level 28, Cuban Link will be toasted right now. Only thing that matters is that I called it. I nicknamed it 3 Amigos and I throw it in a box. It doesn't stay there alone though, cause this team needs a ground type, plus it's fast, so I replace it with Harold and put this man in the box. Before I get into business, I'm in a new area, so I got one more encounter. It's usually a Eevee, but this time it's a Lombre. Now, I nicknamed Lombre Ludicrous, send it to the box real quick, and it's an adamant nature, sadly. Plus attack, minus special attack. That sucks because both water and grass are special attacking moves in this gen. I check out the mall real quick to see what kind of teams they randomize in here. And ain't nothing too crazy in here to freak out about. I mean, there's Magikarp, but it ain't really anything here. I need Ken to be in the box because I also need V-Dog to cut inside the gym and cut to get to the gym, so I had to leave it behind again. While leveling up everybody to 29th at the gym, Hardbody wants to learn Iron Tail. I leave it alone because Metal Claw gives me an attack boost sometimes, and it has better accuracy than Iron Tail does, even though Iron Tail is more powerful. Alright, let's get it popping, Eric. You for real? Next Pokemon Erica brings in is a Execute. Sasha hits it with a bite, takes it all the way down to the red, and then the Execute puts my Sasha to sleep and heals back up. After a few turns, Sasha finally wakes up, hit it with a bite, and it's a crit, knocking it out in one shot. Sasha is on one, and after that, it regains some health from the Shell Bell. Her very last Pokemon is a Krylia, and the only thing Sasha gotta do is bite it to death, and that's a win. Once I beat Erica, I finally earned the Rainbow Badge. I get TM19 from Erica, and that TM is Endure. Erica, man, come on! Before I go against Team Rocket, I want to go get the Fly HM from that little girl, but before that, I want to get me another encounter. And the encounter in this grass is a Matane. That is nice. I catch it and nickname this thing Wu-Tang. I advance with the route and finally get the HM Fly. I immediately teach to Yasmin and make her forget Growl. In the casino, there's a Team Rocket grunt, so I press him and we get right into battle. I had Cuban Links in first, but I want to switch into Yasmin. Pulling in Yasmin takes out the Mega Mean easily. Why Not comes in next, and ain't no telling what this thing's gonna do, so I want to switch out, but it has Shadow Tag, so I can't do that, so I have no choice but to attack.
That don't work. There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Oh no, man! I just put Fly on it! Since Yasmin went down, now I have to replace it, and the replacement of Yasmin is gonna be Wu-Tang. After fighting through the hideout, I find the grunt who has the live key, and guess what he has? Leave me alone. This time around, I actually get lucky that it doesn't use counter, and I take it out in a few magnitude. Last Pokemon he has is a Paris, and that's not even a threat. I get the lift key from it, and now I can go find Giovanni. Alright, Giovanni, one of your boys took down one of Pokemon. Now I gotta take you down. The first Pokemon he pulls out is a Zubat. And I lead with Sasha so I can intimidate whatever comes in first, but you can pretty much guess how Zubat versus Sasha went. He bring in Mankey as his next Pokemon, and I bring in Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang versus Mankey, no chance. But this Cacturn though, it has a chance, so I'm gonna switch out. It was a very dumb switch by me because I brought in Kim thinking it's gonna use a grass move, even though a grass move wouldn't hurt Wu-Tang that much, so it would have used a dark move anyway. I bring in Hardbody to handle the business. I try to go for a Metal Claw and I miss, which sucks. I go for another one and I miss again. I'm lucky his fan attacks ain't doing that much damage to Hardbody. I use Metal Claw, I finally hit one. I do a good amount of damage, but he gets a little bit back from Ingrain. He goes for another fan attack, but this time around it crits me, leaving me at 15. I go for a headbutt on him and I put him in the red also, but he's gonna get health back from Ingrain once again. I gotta switch into somebody else, and that somebody is Cuban Links. He hits me with a sand attack on entry, so now I gotta hit him back with something good. I try to go for a Thunder Punch, I miss, go for another one, but this time I hit. After being Giovanni, I can get the Swift Scope, and now I can go see dead Pokemon. Let's go. Wait, what? I pull into the Pokemon Tower, and we all know I got a rival battle here, so I get my Pokemon in order and make sure everybody cool before I go fight this fraud. Man, how many times I gotta beat you to make you understand that I'm better than— oh, for real? It's like that now? Oh, we using Legendary? He ain't even that deep, bro. Come on now. I bring in Cuba Links to handle this Moltres. I don't care if he raises speed. I know Cuba Link got it handled. I bring in Hard Body to handle this Nikata. And right after that, he brings in a Graveler. You know I'm not staying in. I bring in Sasha to get a free Intimidate off because I know it's going to use a ground move. But I got to switch out right after this because it's going to use a rock move now. And that it does. I come in on a rock throw, and now I can get Kim to handle this Graveler like it did back in the days when it was Geodude versus Bellsprout. Porygon 2 is his next Pokemon, so I'll switch back into Hard Body so he can cook up. I use Metal Claw. It does half damage. Psybeam does nothing. Metal Claw takes it out. Oddish is the last Pokemon. I use Headbutt, flinch it, another Headbutt is done. After going back to the Poke Center to heal, I go back to get another encounter in the Pokemon Tower, and it's a Krabby. I don't put too much thought in it, nickname it King Crab, we keep it pushing. I'm almost at the top of the tower, and I got one more obstacle in my way, and this is Marowak, the dead mother of Cubone. I switch to Sasha, hit it with a few Dragon Rages, and I can put it to rest. After saving this old man from Team Rocket, I take him back home, get the flute from him so I can get past the other route. I wake up quote unquote Snorlax, who is actually a Golduck in disguise. I've already caught a Pokemon on this route, which is Matang, so I don't need this Golduck. I need to keep my liver in check, so I'm gonna just sneak past these bikers real smooth like with that. Oh my god. I actually have an encounter on this route, and this encounter is a Rumble. I make it to the next city, and the first thing I want to do is get the good ride from this guy and then fish up my next encounter. And that encounter is a Pupitar. I ain't mad at that at all. I nicknamed bro T-Pain, and I think it's time for another encounter. On the route directly below the city, I fish up a Togetic. I catch it and name it David. On the route on the right of the city, I go for another encounter, and this one is a Ross. I like it. After paralyzing it, I throw an Ultra Ball right at it. It shakes once, shakes twice, 3 times, and I catch it. I'm gonna name this Ross Scissor for no apparent reason. No connection. Now I go check on Scissor, and she's a jolly nature plus speed, which is good, but minus special attack is rancid. I'ma still use it though. I'ma let Scissor take the place of Wu-Tang because I already have a Steel and a Psychic type on the team. I just want a little bit of variety. I level up a little bit so I can catch up with the rest of the team. It learns Psychic and evolves one more time into its final form. Now I got a special attacking powerhouse on the team. I got one more encounter in the Safari Zone, and it's a Swalot. I end up not catching it because it won't stay in the ball. There's nothing I can do about that. Oh well. Even though I failed to catch a Pokemon, I can still get all the stuff I need. I pick up the gold teeth, and then I go a few steps over and get the Surf HM from this guy at the back of the Safari Zone. I make my way all the way to Route 13 just so I can fish up another encounter, and that encounter is Jolteon. I nicknamed Jolteon Minato. I go one right above, and I encounter a Lydian by fishing it up. I nicknamed the Lydian Miss Lady. I go back to an old route, and I actually find a Master Ball on it. This is my second one. I found another one in the Rocket Hideout. I come back to Vermilion City to fish up my encounter like I said I would, and that encounter is... Oh, y'all think y'all funny. Oh, got some comedians, I see, okay. I can't use Charizard again, obviously, so I fish one more time and I find Poliwrath. I nickname him Feed Me More. If you get the reference, put it in the comment section. I fly all the way back to Pallet Town to get me another encounter, and it's a Kingdra. I use Feed Me More to help me catch Kingdra, and then I nickname it Big Draco. After all those encounters, I finally get to the last one, Viridian City, and that encounter is a Sableye. I call it Jewel. This is all the encounters we got, man. We got a whole lot of them. Minato is mild. Miss Lady is quiet, Feed Me More is brave, and Big Draco is serious. I get Big Draco on the same level as everybody else. He is now part of the team. It's finally time that I battle Koga, so I level everybody up and get them to the level cap that they need to be. But I'm not gonna be at the level cap. I'm about to be a little bit under it. You're gonna see why. Now I know the level cap says 43, but I get everyone to 41 because you see Sabrina and Koga have the same level cap. I don't want to go over that, so now I gotta battle at a lower level just so I won't over level for Sabrina. Alright y'all, it's about that time. Let's fight Koga. He starts with a War Turtle. I start with Cuban Links. A great start for me. He used to protect, but he's just delaying the inevitable. I hit it with a Thunder Punch, and that's a hard hit on Wartortle, one hit KO. He brings in Wish Cash. I'm not gonna cap. This kind of awkward for me. I don't have Kim on the team right now, so I don't have anyone who could probably handle this thing easily, but I gotta find somebody. I'll bring in Sasha so I can get Intimidate off, and I can dodge in case he uses a ground move, but it doesn't do that. It does Amnesia. I throw a Dragon Rage at it. It does a guaranteed 40. He uses another Amnesia. I use Bite. I get a crit from it. And now I think it's in a range of Dragon Rage, but it survives on 1 and then uses Rest to get right back up. Now I gotta start the process all the way back over. I hit it with a few Dragon Rages, regain some health with the Shell Bell. It hits me with a Snore. I do another Dragon Rage, but then it wakes up in time to rest again, and now we at square one again. I get fed up and I start leering, and then I hit him with a tackle, and it's a crit. I love to see that. He hits me with a Snore, but it doesn't do much to me. I don't care about that. I hit him with a tackle, and I get him to the red. I'm hoping he does not wake up after I'm done with the Shell Bell health regain, but he does wake up, and now he hits a rest, and we back at it again. I hit him with 1 lure to get his defense down. I'm tired of this man coming back from the dead almost. I hit him with 2 of them. He's with a Snore. I hit him with a tackle, and it does about half damage. I hit him with 1 more tackle to try and take him out, and he survives on 1 health again. This Wish Cash is the embodiment of Asta from Black Clover. He will not give up. He keeps surpassing his limits. I'm tired of it. After hitting it with Leer, I get it past half health with the tackle, and then I got 1 more tackle in me. I can finally drop this man. Get out of my face. I don't want to ever see you again. You wasted my time. He brings in Gloom as his next Pokemon, so I bring in Scizor. Scizor traces Chlorophyll, but also gets paralyzed upon entry, but it's okay. He uses Acid, and I use his Psychic, and now I take it out in 1 hit. He wasn't surviving it. His very last Pokemon is a Victory Bell. He uses Razor Leaf on me. That's not going to do much to me. I hit him with a Psychic, take it all the way down. He gets the same treatment as Gloom, and now I got another win under my belt. With that win, I now have the Soul Badge. Kokadin gives me TM06, which in this game is Muddy Water. I already have Search, so I have no use for this. I fly back to Celadon City so I can get the T to feed to these guards right here. This is the most single-handedly disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're disgusting. I arrive at Saffron City, and I think it's about time I take down a whole evil organization by myself. I'm 10, by the way. Only thing I'm worried about is how my level's gonna hold up. I gotta stay under 43. Let's see if I can do it. Alright, YRB. Only thing you gotta do is avoid Team Rocket Grunts. Articuno! This one right here actually teaches you the Thunder Wave techniques, so I'm gonna just teach you the Scissor. Why not? I delete Calm Mind because I can't use it anyway. I should have been deleted actually before prison. After being lost for a good minute, I find the card key, and now I can move around freely. Gladius! Ursaring! Oh my god, a bed. Please, let me rest. Before I battle BRY, I need to show y'all these levels real quick, so check it out. Everybody's 42 or 41. They ain't 43 yet. As long as I don't go over 43, I should be fine, because I'm close to being done with this building, so let's get into it. Alright, let's battle BRY again. He throws in Swine Up, and I throw in Cuban Links. I don't like that matchup, so I'm switching to Hard Body. Could be risky, but it pays off, because he only used Takedown. I use Metal Claw, and I take him right out. Golem comes in next, and you know what time it is. Time for Hard Body to get out of there. I want to bring in Sasha so I can get an Intimidate drop and dodge the incoming ground move that could be coming. So I get the Intimidate drop right here. Instead of a ground move, he uses Self-Destruct on Sasha. But Sasha is a G and she survives on 11. The Intimidate drop saved my life. Was that man really about to self-destruct on an aggro? Why? I switch out Sasha because she's very weak and prone to dying to this spark by putting in 3 Amigos to take the hit, and I use a Magnitude on the Magnemite to get it out of here. Bro throws in the Cleffa and think that's going to do anything. Critical hit on that. That's definitely an overkill. Grimer is next, and that's an easy decision with another Magnitude 7. 3 Amigos levels up to level 43. I cannot let it level up again. Now the guy that usually gives you a Lapras on his floor gives me a Swalot because of the randomizer, and I nickname it Ash. If you know, you know. Now before I get into this battle with Giovanni, I make sure all my Pokemon are holding some helpful items that may help him out in case this battle get kinda crazy. Alright, YRB versus Giovanni Part 2. First Pokemon he throws out is Sandshrew. I got Big Draco, easiest surf of my life. His next Pokemon up is a Huntail. I hit it with a Twister and I flinch it, so that's an easy click again for another Twister. It doesn't flinch this time. Instead, he goes for a bite. The bite barely does anything to me. I click Twister again, I flinch him, and the only thing I gotta do from here is click it one more time to finish him off. Slowpoke is in now. He's easily handled by a Surf, and then Maddie comes in. He gets absolutely dropped by a Surf also. Kind of anticlimactic battle from Giovanni. After kicking Team Rocket out the slip code, the president rewards me with a Master Ball, which is cool and all, but I found 2 of them on the ground.
You what?
Immediately after that, I go straight to Sabrina's gym, and I just keep going up and down all the tiles until I randomly find her eventually. I get everybody to the level cap of 43, and now it's time for YRB versus Sabrina. Sasha versus Starmie is a pretty good start off. So I hit it with Bite, does pretty good damage. It hits me with Confuse Ray. I don't like that. I'm hoping Sasha can hit past the Confusion, and she does. I hit it with a Dragon Rage, which is a guaranteed 40. It takes it to the red, but it gets it back with Recover. I'm fine with that because it would have got more health if it healed with a potion. After Sasha snaps out of Confusion, I hit it with a Dragon Rage, then it recovers all of its health. I do another bite and I get a flinch on it, which is really clutch. And then I got another bite, but it's just gonna heal all the way back since it's potion range. I take it above half health, do another bite. I flinch it once again, and then I can finish it off nice by Sasha. Relicanth comes in next, and I am not keeping Sasha in on a half rock type Pokemon, so I'm thinking about who can I switch into. I hard switch into Cuban Link, and it comes in to take a Rock Tomb. It doesn't do that much damage to me, but it does lower my speed. Relicanth uses Mud Sport to weaken my electric moves, but it doesn't matter because Thunder Punch hits a crit. The third Pokemon she puts in is Machamp, and I immediately switch to Sasha for a Intimidate drop on it. Speaking of dropping, Machamp absolutely drops Sasha on her head with a Seismic Toss, and I immediately switch out because all I wanted was to Intimidate. I switch Scissor in, and it traces its Guts ability while taking a Vital Throw. It barely does any damage to me, and I retaliate with a Psychic, and that's a one-hit KO with the crit. Rambo is our very last Pokemon, so I switch in Hard Body in case this thing has Bite or Crunch or something like that, but instead it uses Lick. And from here, I'm gonna let Hard Body thug it out. I use Metal Claw a couple of times. I get attack boost from one of them. Turns out it actually does have Bite, but it doesn't matter because Hard Body is gonna finish it off. And with that win, your boy has earned the Marsh Badge. Sabrina then gets me TM04, which is just Perish Song, and now I can head for the next badge. If I want to get to Cinnabar Island, I got to go through Pallet Town, but before I go all the way down there, I want to get me another encounter on Route 21, and the encounter I end up getting is Ivysaur. I am down with it. I catch it and nickname it OG because Bulbasaur is the first Pokemon I ever got. Even though this is an Ivysaur, but you know what I mean. I make it to Cinnabar Island, and the very first thing I want to do is finally revive this fossil I got so long ago. The whole time, this fossil was holding an Arcanine. I nicknamed it Naomi, and we take it. Ivysaur is a mild nature, which is plus special attack minus defense, and Arcanine is a haste nature, plus speed and minus defense. Now I leave both of them in the box so I can go get my Pokemon Mansion encounter, and that encounter is Electabuzz. I catch it and I nickname it Lightyear. Cause you know, Buzz Lightyear, Electabuzz, you get it? Do you get it? Do you get the joke? Do you fucking get the joke? Do you get the joke? Do you get it? Oh my god, a super potion. I found this secret key, and now I can go unlock the gym and fight Blaine. But before all that, I want to get me a few encounters. I find me a Pinsir, which I nicknamed Thorn after I catch it. Then I go to Seafoam Islands and catch a Xatu and nickname it Zaza. Now it's time for a gym battle. I make sure to answer all these questions correctly so I can skip all the trainings and get straight to the gym leader. Now that everybody's at the level cap of 47, things are about to get serious. I say that now because I put in the randomizer. Once every Pokemon hits 47, it must be fully evolved. So starting now, it's about to go down. Now let's get right into it. Blaine versus YRB. He throws in Raichu first. I throw in Sasha. I'm not going to keep Sasha in electric type. I'm going to put in 3 Amigos so he can take whatever electric type he's about to use. And electric type is Thunderbolt. And 3 Amigos does just that. Raichu uses Quick Attack and gets a crit off of it, leaving 3 Amigos at 57 health. I use D because I don't want to deal with Manitou's RNG. I want some guaranteed damage. He brings in Togetic as his next Pokemon. I was going to switch in Cuban Links, but I chose Big Draco Draco instead. I don't know why I did that at the time. His Togetic uses another follow me. I'm fine with that. I hit him with a Surf and it puts him in a red. I thought he was going to heal up, but he switches out into Solomons. It gets an attack drop with his Intimidate ability. But Big Draco is a special attacking Pokemon, so I don't care too much about that. I hit it with a Mystic Water Surf and it does decent damage. Now I'm not going to stay in because Big Draco is half dragon. I'm not going to risk that. I switch in a hard body to take whatever hit he got for me. He just uses focus energy. He used to protect, which sucks because I was about to headbutt him. He throws a Dragon Breath at me and sadly it crits because of the focus energy he used earlier, but I throw a headbutt right back at him and I like the damage he did. Solomons uses Dragon Breath again and this time it doesn't crit, and from there I can take him out with headbutt. His ace is a Marowak. We all know this is an easy switch to Sasha. Sasha gets the Intimidate drop on Marowak, which is really good, and then takes the Bonerang. I do another switch for Big Draco where he can take wherever it take. He about to throw at me. Due to the Intimidate drop, it don't do that much. I hit a Surf and that's a one-hit KO. The Togetic he switched out earlier comes back in and takes a Surf from Big Draco. The battle is over. I defeat the Ball Man to earn the Volcano badge. He gives me TM38 and that TM is Leech Seed. Now right here they give you a side quest on if you want to go to one island or not. I go only for the encounters. I catch a Ninetales while I'm over there and I nickname it Megan. On Bond Bridge I use a Master Ball to catch Coffin so it won't have no chance of self-destructing me. I got 3 of them. I might as well use it. I nickname Bro Boom Boom. In the Buried Forest I catch a Porygon 2 and nickname it Elon Musk. Kendall Road I fish up a Primate, nickname it Finito. After that side quest we back in Viridian City and we ready to take on the gym. Let me fight through these trainers real quick. No. What more do you want? You already took everything. Leave me alone. I level everybody up to the level cap and it's time for the final gym battle. YRB versus Giovanni. Let's go. His first Pokemon is a Celio and I lead with Cuban Links. I hit him with a Thunder Punch. He ain't gonna like that. One hit KO. Next Pokemon up is Jirachi. He ain't playing no games this time around. I used Thunder Punch on it. He used Double Edge on me first and it does a good bit of damage, but he hurts himself also. I hit it with Thunder Punch and I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. Look at that damage. Now right here, I'm not gonna cap. I kind of make a questionable decision. I could just hit another Thunder Punch and hit it for some good damage, but instead I switch out in a hard body. If I really need to switch out, I could have switched out in the Doug Trio to get some better damage with ground moves. But nothing I can do about it right now. I'm gonna keep pushing on. I get hit with a Future Sight that he set up earlier. Don't do that much damage. He rests up to get his health back. That's good, which means I can get 3 Amigos into the play. I hit it with a Magnet 2-8 and that is perfect. It's enough damage to take him right out. His second to last Pokemon is a Venusaur. It's level 50, so this is his ace right here. I throw in Scissor to take whatever hit he got for me. It traces the Overgrowth and uses Sleep Powder. I don't like that. Scissor does not wake up and stays asleep, but I need her to wake up soon because Venusaur is setting up. On the very next turn, she does exactly that and hits it with a one-hit KO Psychic. I'm really glad she got that Clutch Gene in her, because that was about to get scary. Giovanni's last Pokemon is a Wigglytuff. I tell Sis to use Psychic and it does some great damage on him. Look at that. He tries to heal up the very next turn, but that's not really going to do anything for him. I heal with another Psychic, push it to the red, and one more Psychic is enough to do the job. I have the final badge, the Earth badge. I get TM26 for Giovanni, and that TM is Flamethrower. That's nice. Now that I have all my badges, I can finally go to the Poke League, but there's only one thing blocking my path. BRY. He wants one more battle before the Poke League, so I'm gonna give it to him. He leaves the Sunflower. I got Cuba Links out. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is put Light Screen up so we can get some special defense on this side. Then I use Thunder Punch, get some IA damage on him. He uses Petal Dance on me, and now we paralyze him. I like to see that. I use Thunder Punch on him to knock him to the yellow. He uses Sunny Day. I got another Thunder Punch, send him to the red. He got Petal Dance. He can't heal up because of Petal Dance, and now I knock him out. He brings in Golem next, and I know this man is dangerous because he was self-destruct for any reason. So this is what I'm thinking. Last time I brought Sasha in, he used self-destruct, and I thought he was gonna use Earthquake. So this time, I'm ready for it. I'm gonna bring in a hard body to take that self-destruct. Yeah, I'm ready for you to... Hard body! Yeah, that's my fault because the AI saw that Earthquake would do a whole lot of damage to Ampharos, so it chose Earthquake over self-destruct at that time. Yeah, that's on me for not thinking that far. but Big Draco still knocks out Golem with a surf in the sun. Dawn Fan comes in and the sun goes away so I can hit this thing with some more damage with a Mystic Water Surf. Slacken is up next, and this thing could get scary, depends what it does. It uses Swagger, misses, and then Big Draco uses Surf, and he does some big old damage because it's a crit. There's nothing this Grommet can do to Big Draco. This man is on a roll right now. Look at him. His last Pokemon is Executor, so now I'm going to switch out Big Draco for Sasha so it can bite it and get it up out of here. Upon entry, he puts me to sleep immediately, so now I gotta wait till Sasha wakes up, but his egg bugs are kind of doing some decent damage over time. So now I gotta switch out because I'm in crit range, so the plan got derailed that fast. And take a look at this. I throw in Scissor and the move actually was a crit. I was right to switch out Sasha, but I'm still in a bad situation. Now Scissor can't stay in. I switch out Scissor for Big Draco. He goes for Hypnosis and actually misses it. I'm really glad he did because it would have been so awkward at that point. I hit it with Twister, but he still gets off asleep on me. At least I got some damage finally. And I'm back in a situation where he's egg bombing me and I'm hoping my Pokemon wakes up, but he's not waking up anytime soon. He switches moves and goes for a Confusion. Big Draco is still asleep while taking more Confusion. I kind of risked the crit this turn. Luckily it doesn't happen, but now I gotta switch out. My team is looking very weak right now. I don't have many switch-in options. I could switch in 3 Amigos, but I know he can't take a hit. He kind of frail, and everybody else is just sleep or very low health. Cuba Lynx is my only choice. I switch in Cuba Lynx, he takes a Confusion. The first thing I do is set up a light screen. Luckily he misses Hypnosis. So now I set up a Thunder Wave, maybe thinking he can stop and get paralyzed, and he does. Sadly, Cuba Lynx gets put to sleep. Now I got to switch in 3 Amigos. He takes an Egg Bomb. Luckily it doesn't crit. I go for a Slash. It doesn't take him out, leaves him in the red. Now I got to switch out again, but only one person on the team is awake. Scissor. I take out 3 Amigos and put Scissor in, hope for the best, and he gets paralyzed. He can't move. Now I get a free movement. I can use Psychic to finish the battle off. Look at Cuban Link's Thunder Wave coming in clutch to save the battle and low-key possibly save the run. But looking back at this footage, I definitely could have played that battle way better. I moved Hard Body to the Death Box. She died on the same route she was caught on. She's still a G though. To replace Hard Body, I put Naomi on the team and I level her up so she can catch up to everybody. I let her learn Extreme Speed and Flamethrower. Extreme Speed was learned through level up, but Flamethrower had to be taught through TM given by Giovanni. I actually had 2 of them. I found another one in a rocket hideout. I go fishing on Route 23 and I find a Shedinja in the water. I name it Shadow. I get my Victory Road encounter, and that encounter is an Ekans. I think this is the very last encounter I get in the game. At this point, I want to get to Elite 4, so I just name this man Snake and don't think too much. I'm really awful at avoiding trains, man. I don't know why I can't do it to save my life. Like, I make it to the end of Victory Road with no problem, and it's now time to get to business. I level everybody up, get into the level cap they need to be at, whatever move they could learn. If I thought it was useful, I put it on them, and I got some items on them too. Now, since I'm using rare candies, I didn't EV trade them like I said at the start of the video. On the EVs they got, it's all the battles they experienced throughout the run. And also speaking of rare candies, since I have them, I'm going to go by every little level cap you see at the side of your screen on the Elite 4. So 54 is the level cap for now. Once I beat her, I'll move on to the next level cap. Here's all the items everybody's holding. Everybody's mostly holding move booster items except Sasha, who is holding a Shell Bell. But look, y'all, that's enough talking. The video already long enough. Let's get right into this Elite 4 battle. The first Elite 4 member is Lorelei, and she throws out a Marowak, and I got Naomi starting in first. He gets to Intimidate off. That's pretty good. It don't stop there though. I got another Intimidate form where I put Sasha in, and I 2 Intimidates on the Marowak, and the Boner Rain does not work on me. I put Big Draco in now so he can take a Thrash, and this guy ain't gonna do that much since he's -2 with the Intimidates. Hit him with a Surf. You already know that's a 1-hit KO. Next up is a Golem. I assume she was gonna blow it up, and that's why she brought it in, because of all that damage, but I'm not gonna give it a chance to. She has her own Metagross, and I don't like that, so I gotta get rid of it as soon as possible. Hit it with a Surf, and it does half damage. I throw another one at it, and I think that is enough to take it out. She has a Girafarig also, tries to hit with a Side Beam, but it's not enough. I do Surf. I've been using this move a good bit, so at this point, I'm gonna save some PP and just use Twister. She's in poster range though, so of course she's gonna heal it back up with a full restore. I hit her with a twister and it puts her down enough to knock her out with one more surf. Her very last Pokemon is a Executor. I bring in Naomi. Last time this thing gave my team a whole lot of trouble and could possibly end my run. And like last time, it put my Naomi to sleep. After a few turns, it still isn't woke up. I go for one more turn and I don't know why I risked a crit like this. Luckily he doesn't crit. Now it's time to switch out. I put in Wu-Tang. I know it can handle this Ghost for Confusion. It's not going to do anything to Wu-Tang. Just as I thought, Wu-Tang is picking this Executor apart and then eventually takes it down. And with that, I have beaten the first Elite Four member. Second Elite Four member is Bruno, and when this battle starts, I realized something. I didn't level up to the level cap. Yeah, but it's alright though. Only one Pokemon on this team is 56. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's go. I get OG to take Sasha's place so he won't get rocked with a Thunder Punch, and that's what he uses. And look at the damage he does. Barely nothing. I put a Leech Seed down so I can take his health at every turn that passes by. That's one of the reasons I chose OG to be on this team. I like Leech Seed. After Leech Seed got me back to 151 health, he takes me right back down to 124. I use Poison Powder and it misses. Next turn he hits with another Thunder Punch and it takes me down to 120. But it's alright, the Leech Seed gonna get back up. And this turn I'm gonna put him to sleep instead so I can switch somebody in safely. And that somebody is Naomi. After the Leech Seed took a little bit of his health, I told Naomi to use Flamethrower. It does some good damage but leaves it on 1. This happened to me this whole run. Kinda getting tired of it, but the Leech Seed does its job and finishes off for me. Next up is Suicune. Oh nah, we out of here, boy. Throwing in OG because it's probably the best one to handle this Suicune right now. It only uses Mist on the switching. Next turn it uses Rain Dance, and I could probably use this rain to my advantage later on, but OG gets paralyzed this turn. It hits me with a Roar Beam really hard. I do not like the sound of that. And then he gets paralyzed back to back. I get OG out of there immediately and bring in Cuban Link to take this Aurora Beam. He then used Aurora Beam once again back to back to do some eye damage on Cuban Links, but I'm fine. I'm gonna use Thunder Punch and I'm gonna hit it for way more damage than he hit me for, and I get the para right after it. But the para don't matter because he's gonna use a full restore to get his health right back, but Cuban Link's gonna knock him right back down, and one more Thunder Punch is enough to finish the job. I switch out Cuban Link because I don't want this man to crit me. I know he's going to use Slash, and that's exactly what he does. And look, he ends up critting. Metagross hits a Metal Claw, and I actually get a boost from it. I miss with it. It makes me able to 2-hit KO this Loon. I can never say this thing name right. Starmie is his last line of defense. Uses Swift on me, doesn't do much to me at all. I use Metal Claw on me. It's 2-time boosted, and I like the damage it gave. Next turn, I use Confused Ray on me, and I'm hoping Wu-Tang doesn't hit itself because my attack kind of boosted right now. That wouldn't be good. He comes through, clutches up, and hits a Metal Claw to bring it to the yellow, but the Citrus Berry gonna bring it right back up. I swap out Wu-Tang for Sasha to finish this off. I don't want to deal with Confusion's shenanigans right now, so I'm gonna have Sasha wrap this up for me. She uses Swift, doesn't do that much damage. I hit it with a Bite. I get another Swift taking on Sasha, and then I hit it with a Tackle to take it to the red. It's in potion range, so it's gonna heal all the way back up with a full restore. I hit it with another Bite, get some health with the Shell Bells. It's just gonna keep hitting me with Swift, and that's not gonna really do anything to me. I think it was one more Bite. I thought I was gonna take it out, but it's only in the red, but that Bite is enough to do it. Second Elite Four member down. I remember to level up this time, and Wu-Tang learns Meteor Mash. The third Elite Four member is Agatha, and she leads with a Ninetales, and I come out with Naomi. As you see, I'm alternating between Sasha and Naomi on Intimidate. I start off by using Extreme Speed. I get some good damage on it. Look how it's looking, and then he only uses Safeguard on me. To save Extreme Speed PP, I use Bite instead of that because you only can use Extreme Speed only 5 times. But right here, I think it's needed so I can take it out. Next move is going to use this Quick Attack. I snap out of Confusion, which is good. Then I use a better and stronger version of Quick Attack to take out this Ninetales. Sand Slash is next up. I take out Naomi, bring in Sasha for the Intimidate drop as I always do. And then he's going to use Slash. It doesn't do that much damage. After that, I bring in Big Draco to finish off the job and takes a Slash upon entry. Next turn, it doesn't stay in long. It gets 1-hit KO by Big Draco Surf. Sneasel comes in to try to get revenge for his boy, but it ain't gonna work out too well for him. I hit it with another Surface. I don't think I got a press, and it takes it to the red. I know Agatha's gonna want to heal up Sneasel this turn, so I bring in Wu-Tang so it can drop her off. After it hit me with a Slash, I then use Metal Claw to show it how they really cut stuff up in 1-hit KO. She treats the second to last Pokemon, and it survives a Meteor Mash on red, which means he's gonna heal up again. I use Metal Claw to get it down a little bit. Then use Mirror Mash. The harder it used made it survive on one, but Metal Claw is gonna get it out of here. Last one up is Gardevoir, and you gotta come with something better than that to take down Wu-Tang. It's gonna use Hypnosis on me. It's just prolonging its inevitable demise while taking up all these turns, but eventually Wu-Tang is gonna wake up and take it out. 3 down. 2 to go. Lance is the last Elite Four member before I make it to the champion, and the first Pokemon he got is Aggron. Rest in peace, hard body. This is a mismatch, so I'm switching into Big Draco to handle this. I only get hit by a Metal Sound. I tell Big Draco to do what it does best, and it takes out the Aggron in one hit with the Surf. It then brings in Kaleido and it gets the same treatment as the Aggron. Big Draco low-key been carrying this whole Elite Four. Espeon's in. This is my first time seeing an Espeon in Gen 3, and the first thing it does hit with a Psychic and almost takes me out. That did so much damage. I threw a Surf back at it and take it to the yellow. After seeing that scary damage from Psychic, I switch out into Wu-Tang so that Big Draco won't go down, and uses Psybeam because he saw the kill when it wanted to say PP. The last move is going to use his Psychic, and that's not going to do very much to Wu-Tang, and I'm going to use Metal Claw on it to take it down. I also get an attack boost from it, so that's what's up. Sunflower next up, and Meteor Mash. This poor thing doesn't really stand a chance with the attack boost it got on it too. Whew. Last's last Pokemon is a Warren, so I hit it with an attack boosted Meteor Mash, and it's not enough to take it down, but I do get the attack boost. It uses Hail, but none of that really matters. The next turn I use Metal Claw, and that's how I take down the last Elite Four member, Lance. For this battle, I'm not gonna go to the level cap. I'm gonna purposely stay at 60 for this one. Come on, y'all. BRY versus YRB. Let's get into it. So he brings in Feraligatr and I bring in Cuban Links. My original plan was to take out whoever comes in first with Cuban Links so I can bait in the Golem and get that Explosion Mine out of the way. It actually works out better than I thought it would, because the first Pokemon is a Water type that could be easily taken out with a Thunder Punch. You gotta be kidding me. It's now gonna use a full restore, and that's fine with me. If I can make it use a full restore early and get it out the way, that's all good. I take it back down with a Thunder Punch, but it survives on 1 health. I thought about hitting it with 1 more, but it's just gonna switch out into Golem to take this hit. Now, I was in this situation last time, and I got hard body drop. Now, this time, I'm gonna commit to Gyarados, get the Intimidate off, and get the Earthquake dodged. So let's see, he actually gonna use Earthquake, and he does, and now I'm in a good situation. I know this man's not gonna use a ground move, so I'm switching to Wu-Tang to take whatever hit he brings out, and I know he's gonna take it well, and that's gonna do nothing to him. I tell Wu-Tang to use Meteor Mash on Golem. It's a steel type move on a rock type. It's gonna do a good amount of damage, and it does, but it survives. It did use Earthquake on it, but thanks to the Intimidate drop by Sasha, it survives also. But it's gonna hit a Citrus Berry right after this turn to get some health back. I know Meteor Mash hasn't missed for me yet, but I don't want to take a chance. It has 85 accuracy and Metal Claw has 95 accuracy. There's a chance both of them moves can miss, so what I want to do is switch out into Sasha so he can take the Earthquake. And I get another Intimidate drop on it, which is good, and I also dodge the Earthquake. It's time to switch out again. I switch into Big Draco from Sasha, and this turn he's gonna boom on me actually, and now it's gonna take me all the way down, and I survive on 10. Thanks to Sasha's 2 Intimidate, he gets to survive, so Sasha is a lifesaver right there. I switch in Naomi on Jump Plug to take it out with a Flamethrower after it took a hit with Mega Drain, and it survives on the red also, but gets burned. Next turn, I use Extreme Speed on it to take it out. He then brings Feraligatr back in, but heals it up with a full restore. I pop it with Extreme Speed to help out the next Pokemon that's about to come in on this Feraligatr. I switch OG in for the job, and only move he uses is Scary Face. He uses Screech, and then he misses that. I get OG to use Razor Leaf. It takes it all the way down to the red. He then uses Hydro Pump, which did more damage than I thought it would, and I follow up with a Razor Leaf to knock away all the little health it had. I take out OG, put in Cuban Links, because Xatu is up for him. It uses Future Sight, which is going to hit me later, but not now. I use Thunder Punch while I use Wish, which is also going to come in handy for it later. I hit it with a Thunder Punch, and this is going to be a 1-hit KO on the Xatu. A lot happens on this turn, actually. So first, Taurus uses Thrash, which does a lot of damage, but he then gets a static from Cuban Links, so he had to pay the price. Cuban Links follows up with a Thunder Punch, which does a lot of damage also, but he gets the health back from the Wish that was set up by Xatu earlier. And then, not only that, Future Sight comes back to bite me like I said it would, and then hits Cuban Link. I switch out Cuban Link. I don't think Thunder Punch would have took Tauros out from that range, and then it would have took a Thrash like it does here. Look at all the damage he did with a Intimidate drop afterwards. Tauros is a beast. I tell Sasha use Hyper Beam to use all the power I can, but it's not enough. Puts it at the yellow in potion range at that. But it gets paralyzed though this turn, so that's good. After that, he uses a full restore and heal himself to full health and also cure his paralysis so he's not as slow anymore. And after this turn, I realized that I gotta switch in Naomi to get another Intimidate on this thing. The plan goes nicely. I hit it with Intimidate and then it's gonna hit me with a Thrash back, and let's see how much damage it does this time. It's alright, I'm fine with it. He hits me with a Thrash, does some decent damage, and I follow up with a Flamethrower and then puts into the yellow, and after that I can finish it off with a Extreme Speed. This ain't funny no more, man. Appreciate that confusion. Oh my god. I did tell Naomi to use Flamethrower on his very last Pokemon, Raichu, and then throws a Thunderbolt right back at me. It's gonna take me all the way to the red. Naomi hangs on. I can now throw a Flamethrower back at it, and once it takes out this Raichu, I have now beaten BRY to become the Pokemon League Champion. BRY, for real, man, for real. I want to say something to you, man, from the bottom of my heart, bro. I believe this, bro. I believe that.
Loser! You're a loser!
And with that, I have beaten the hardcore randomizer Nuzlocke of Pokemon Firered. I really enjoyed playing this run, and I hope y'all enjoyed watching the run. I've learned a lot from this, how to make these videos more entertaining with the challenges stuff, and I'm sorry that this video was so long as an hour. I really want my videos to be between 30, 40, or 50 minutes depending what happens in the run. I'll make sure that this video ain't this long again for y'all watching. But anyway, y'all, I'm YRB, and I'm out.